Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the 608 SoundCheck. Today my guest is the Lavender Project. The Lavender Project is a rock hip-hop fusion group from La Crosse, Wisconsin, and today I'm going to sit down and talk about an album that they put out last year, an album that is coming soon, their touring schedule, and a whole bunch of other things. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of the 608 Soundcheck. Thank you. Hey guys.
What's up?
How's it going?
It's going. Let's go.
I always like to start these off, as I just explained to you before we actually started recording. I like to start these off by saying, where are we right now?
We are at the Fountain City Estate, as we've deemed this house so far. It's where I live with Esther, and downstairs where Andrew lives with Mariana. And it's here in Fountain City, beautiful Fountain City, up on the hill.
Up on the hill.
This is actually my first time ever in Fountain City. I've never been here before. Yeah.
It's a cool town. It's oldest serving bar in Wisconsin is right there.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Right down by the Mississippi.
that's right.
It does. The town gives that feeling of just like kind of old.
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin. Like, I don't know.
When you before you leave, go down and read the thing that was written in the '80s about how the white man found the town. It's crazy.
Oh, really?
Oh my god! It reads like it was written in the '80s. It is insane. But it's old. This town is old.
So anyway, I'm here with the Lavender Project. We're gonna talk all things about them and what they do. And so, do you guys want to kind of go around and give an introduction as to who you are and what you do within the Lavender Project?
Yeah, I'm Jet Hertz, and I rap.
I am Tony, Big Diesel, aka Big Tone, Tone Balone. Keep them coming. I do bass. I do bass for all of it.
My name's Emmett. I play sax.
I'm Andrew. I play the drums.
And we're missing Wyatt, who does rhythm guitar, and Mason, who does lead guitar, and Fernando, who also raps.
That's a lot of dudes in one band.
Yeah.
It's a dude-heavy band.
We got a lot of dudes up in this here band.
So the Lavender Project, what is that? It's for someone who would come in listening to the Lavender Project for the first time. It's kind of hard to explain to somebody who hasn't heard it what it is, and then if you go to listen to it, it might even be more confusing. So, what is the, in your guys' own words, what is the Lavender Project?
We're the type of guys.
Yeah, we're just a couple of type of guys. No, this is a question that's super hard for us to explain. We're good music at the end of the day, but we are rock focused, and me and Fernando rap on that rock. So I don't know. Is there a better way to explain that?
It's very experimental as far as hip hop comes. It's maybe like rock focused, but it dips in and out of like about every subgenre you can think of.
Right,
You know, like
right.
from it gets jazzy, it gets psychedelic, it gets very heavy, it gets very soft.
Some Latin flavor.
There's some Latin flavor in there.
It goes all over the place. It's all over the place.
So it is very hard to describe, but it's like it's just kind of all the things that we listen to.
Yeah, we just all come from different places.
Yeah.
It all comes together and just explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under the hip hop umbrella, maybe. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And how did this sort of combination of different styles and things come together? What is the origin of how did you guys get this started?
I mean, it's always kind of been. It started the origin of the band itself. Started from COVID. When Mike Makes and Dylan Overhouse were doing these garage session videos with a La Crosse local, which were super cool in its own right to like a
to keep music going
Yeah,
during that
It
time.
really recorded like a bit of a timepiece of what COVID was like in a cool way.
So they're
musically.
trying to do everything virtually.
Yeah.
So they're streaming garage sessions is
Yeah.
what they called it.
Yeah.
And I think Anthony with his other band, Knee High July, they did something. And me and Cassie were working the boards, and then they were finished with it. And I was like, this is kind of fun. We're doing everything. I was like, keep running that beat. Keep running that beat. So I jumped in a little bit, and then afterwards, everyone's like, we should probably do something with that. That was pretty fun.
So we'd never met before, and all of a sudden you're just like laying it down. And all like, what's going on here? It was awesome.
Yeah.
But so then from then it's like we had all these different people. Like Mihai was a sort of like a bluegrassy rock band. So at that point, especially, so we're like we had members from that. We brought in some you and Fernando came in.
Yeah.
Our friend Steph came in. We had all these people coming in, and we're just sort of like.
Just messing around.
Just messing around. We started playing whatever was on our heads, and that kind of never stopped. We just whoever's playing with us, we're just whatever's on our head, whatever style it is, we'll let it ride.
Yeah. So amongst the garage sessions, Mike was like, well, do you guys want to do something? It's like, okay, we could figure something out. So we quick made a whole set and we practiced it. And then I think that's still on YouTube, even though that was like probably my first time performing.
That was
filmed, and I cannot look back at that. Considering how much better we are and everything, but that is on wax somewhere. So
it is in keeping truly with the theme of this band. Like we always, for some reason, find ourselves in situations where it's like, well, hell, we just got to do this thing now. Like it's like high stakes. But look, let's run it, and it always works out. But that was like literally our first show was recorded. we were a bunch of amateur musicians at that point, and we made it work. And it wasn't. I look back on it every once in a while. It wasn't that bad.
Empty theater.
Yeah, playing to nobody, which is confusing.
Super big stage. It's like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, and that motif has stuck ever since then. We do stuff all the time. We just did a show down in Illinois the other day where it's like the band that we were traveling with on tour with. One of the guys got injured, couldn't make it. So all of a sudden, we're the headliner, and like this town has never met us in a podunk, beautiful little podunk town in Illinois.
Like 200.
And we're like, oh, they're even gonna like us? Like, what's gonna happen? But he's got to run it, and it worked out. Worked out great. So
nice.
Yeah. It's kind of how it all like where our sound comes from is literally just like what's on our mind? What are we listening to?
How do we feel?
We've been hitting a lot of. What's the jazz lick that we've been doing?
Tom Scott.
The Tom Scott. We've been hitting this Tom Scott lick lately. So now we got this really jazzy lick that's showing up. That's like, fuck it, let's run it. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I've noticed that there's a lot of like jazz sort of influence tied into everything that you guys do, along with the hip hop and the rock and stuff like that. So really, really cool stuff. I say this, and I think I've told Tony this before. But I've been to countless like local shows. I've been to, that's kind of what I do for fun
You're
now.
a man on the scene.
Yeah, that's
sure.
like I'm always doing photos or whatever it is. But the Lavender Project, and I mean this very sincerely, you guys are my favorite live show.
Oh, thank you.
Like by a large margin. I love seeing you guys live. It's super, super fun. The energy is just like out of this world. So. If you get a chance, if you're watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, and you haven't seen the Lavender Project live, go to one of the shows. Which leads me to live performance. You guys have been kind of on the road for the last, how long now?
I think 2 years.
I kind of wanted to talk about like touring, because I feel like a lot of the people that I talk to on the show, especially, it's like smaller kind of like local scene stuff. And I feel like touring as an act that doesn't have ample like finances and resources, and especially in like 2026 is kind of a crazy concept.
It's
Absolutely.
So if you guys want to go into like what it takes to get all these guys on tour in 2026 and make it work, and how does that work for you guys?
I mean, hours and hours and hours of planning to try to break even on like how to make it all work, because you go into a lot of these spots where it's, like we sort of noticed on like at least personally, I've sort of noticed on the business side of things that if we're gonna get the outreach we want for the project to grow and for the band to whatever, we just start playing areas that are outside of, we only play locally like what, twice a year, 3 times a year, something like that kind of at this point, handful a year. And so we gotta like reach out to these spots, but you go into these places where it's like kind of hit and miss on whether or not what the money looks like. You can be playing some empty spots every once in a while, and you just make fans 5 or 10 at a time in some of these little towns. It adds up after a while, but for at least on the end of booking, it's like I've been trying to play shows, the risky shows in between the stuff we know we're gonna get paid at least something.
Like some bigger festivals.
So or like even like a venue that I love playing breweries, because breweries tend to like take care of their people, and you don't necessarily make the most money, but you usually will get some version of a guarantee or some version of something you can work with, where it's like, okay, this show will pay for gas and hotels for the next show. The next show is going to be a gamble, but we have enough to get to the next place where it should take care of. There's a lot of that, and there's a lot of relying on your community and your friends to help out with like housing and things like that.
There's a lot of times that we also need to just pay into it.
Yeah,
so we're not even breaking even. So it's like it is a real gamble at the end of the day. So it's like, all right, we started. I booked our October tour last year, 2025, and I was like, let's just go as far as we can, and we'll figure it out. Let's just figure it out. And yeah, we lost some money on that, but
not that much though.
Not that much, but
we kind of almost broke even. It was crazy.
But some people didn't have to pay in, and then you get back, you make those experiences. Like the playing in Spokane for the first time, it was like pretty awesome. We got a good 2 local artists to come in, and it was a great time. So you come back with that and being like, okay, maybe there's people that know us there now, so we can just always go back. And there at least be a handful of people that like us.
Yeah, you start to build those networks and those communities of people that like, if you can impress the people that show up to your show and impress the people that help book you, they're more willing to take that gamble on you to bring you back because they liked what they saw. Like if you make it a good show for those people, the people that are like booking the venues and stuff like that, sometimes they just want to hear good music that's easy for them to do, so it's like, all right, well, they'll have us back and I'll make sure we're good next time, and so and like you were saying, it gives it. I'd never been to Washington before, ever. It gave us an excuse to go on like a crazy ass vacation of sorts, like we saw some new areas and saw some stuff, and I like it.
We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
And so a lot of this touring has been, especially lately, and if you guys can see in that camera, has been in support of you guys. Is this your first full-length album? You guys released Bloom in September of last year.
Good memory. I should have. Absolutely.
So the full-length Bloom has been out since September, and you've been doing a lot of touring to promote this project. And I know, Tony, again, we've talked about this. As a DIY guy myself, recording, mixing, mastering, all that sort of stuff, what was that sort of journey of getting all these ideas together to create and produce like a full record by yourself?
Yeah.
It was like a lot of the stuff we had, a lot of the songs on that record, we sort of had to write on the fly. Like we made most of those songs over the course of like a month, maybe like a week or two.
We have one super duper original that we made at the beginning, the first song that we've ever made together, which is Mercy Mercy. But then other than that, it's all been like, we're gonna record a new album.
Yeah.
Let's make some new songs.
Okay. Yeah.
We had a show, I think, with Highlight. We're like, well, let's write some stuff for this that's like fresh and all that. The crew that was with us that time, like we all wrote fast. We were just like, fuck it, this works. Songs have gotten refined since then, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, and then recording was sort of like how to, we all got our own gear. We're all very pretty good at hodgepodging stuff together.
we make
you know,
things
yeah.
work.
We're all smart in our own ways, of like with the recording side of things, and needing, you know, making sure certain parts sound the way you want, make sure you hit the, like, all of that stuff. We have our own little versions of perfectionism in us, I think, which helps. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, like, I think that we first of all, shout out Wayne. Wayne helped us. This guy, dude Wayne, who yeah, I think he works at SSE, had a space where we could record drums and stuff. So
Nice.
Yeah.
so he helped us record drums and some of the bass tracks. And like a lot of it was like we recorded sax and guitar later, and everything else came later. I think we did
Yeah,
all the
the
rest of it at
vocals,
home.
it was just
Vocals
like
were all
that.
at home, and everybody kind of sent in their pieces to get it all put together. And
Pretty much, you and I think Andrew a little bit.
Yeah.
We just kind of mastered it our own.
Yeah,
which is, you know, I'm happy that we're
Yep.
going in a different direction for our next album, but
Yeah.
like, guess that was a lot of work.
it's
And you're
it's
just like,
crazy how much work that is to get it
nuts.
take
Until
after
you
take
do it for
after
the first
take.
time,
Yeah,
it's like,
oh my god. Yeah, like I it's fun to. I think that side of stuff is fun, but once that project is done, after you've listened to it 2,000 times, trying to get through takes time,
That'd be
like
good.
I need to not
Yeah.
ever listen to this again
Yeah.
for a while. You know, like it's so. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a whole. I don't know. It's a whole experience. You're doing it right now with the Sugar Lads album. Like I can't imagine
Oh, yeah.
how much, how many times you've listened to all these fucking songs.
Sounded
'cause it's
good, though,
Like,
too.
it sounds great. Yeah.
I hear him in my head at all times.
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the frequency's a little off. Exactly in
Run
this
back to the
1,000
computer.
hertz.
Yeah. Well, it's you get the tracks to a spot where you're like, I think this sounds good, you know, and you put on a different pair of headphones. You listen to your car, listen to the
Yeah.
speakers. You're like, this sounds like ass.
Yeah.
You gotta do it all again.
Or
You know?
even the same set of speakers,
Yeah,
but like
right.
the next day.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
worst thing ever. You
Oh.
go, you're mixing for 3-4 hours, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this sounds great. You go to bed, you come downstairs, you're like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, what have I
What is
done?
this?
Yeah, yeah.
Or like you send a mix to the group and you're like, hey guys, like check this out. I feel like it's really good. And then you listen to it after you send it to them and you're like, what did I just send them?
Yeah, right.
This
Don't
is so
hate me,
bad.
guys.
Like don't listen to that.
No, it's a crazy process. I encourage everybody at some point in their life, try to mix something. They have a friend, a musician friend, send you anything, and then know what we have to go through to make the sound good. It's terrible.
Especially when, and you guys have so much different like instrumentation and so many
Oh.
different things going on. Like
The ranges of frequencies in this band are all over the place.
We hit 'em all.
Every spot is covered, so you make sure it all blends right and has space in the mix for everything, and it's brutal. Yeah.
It's a beast.
We did multiple stacked sax lines on our newest project, which we didn't do on the first one, and it was immediately like, oh, if it's like a 64th of a beat off, you can hear it. It's like,
Yeah.
how perfect
Yeah.
you want to make it. You go insane trying to do some of that stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we learned. So we were working on a new record, and it's all the tracking is done. We're just waiting on funding because the money is tough to get it actually like mixed and mastered out properly.
Yep.
And excuse me. But like we worked with our buddy Leo Sun from Bermuda Search Party, produced it for us, and that was such a learning process. Like making that album was different than anything I've mixed prior because I'm usually doing folkier stuff and you know like field recorded tracks and all that stuff, which is its own challenge. But then that was so different. And I'm like, okay, we learned a lot about like multi-tracking and all that stuff. And we recorded with Leo, and like every track got 3 or 4 layers to it or something. You know, like we're like
Deal with the
learned a
phasing
lot,
and
yeah,
everything.
about the phasing side of things and all that. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
how all the new stuff sounds phenomenal and full and big and thick, and it's like, oh yeah, we just gotta like quadruple the amount of tracks we record.
And then like, all right, I gotta like quadruple more to mix in.
Literally,
You know, like-
It's wild. So there's layers to all this recording that it goes very deep that you don't realize until you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are working on a new project then?
Yeah.
You want to tell me a little bit about that? I've seen some stuff online about it, and I'm very eager to talk about it and hear about it. So what's going into that?
Well, we took over, essentially over the course of, we'll call it grand total of 3 weeks, because Andrew and I did drums prepping. We took over a room at the Two Fathoms building in Winona before it was built out.
Yeah.
Made a makeshift studio out of that. Andrew and I went in early, tracked drum ideas, which we ended up scrapping most of it, but it was a good...
We figured out mic placement.
Yeah, it was...
Any muffling we needed to do and all that stuff.
That was great sort of experimenting. We did that over the course of a week. And then Leo came in, we recorded 90% of it, like, insanely over. Like, I have videos of, like, you face first sleeping on the ground. Everybody's just passed out. And...
we flew him out, so he had a week to do all of this.
Yeah.
So we started from pretty much scratch.
Yeah, essentially nothing. Yeah.
From, and everybody has to work. We have all our other things. I think Emmett was in a play.
Yeah.
It was hell week for the plays.
So he went and did that, came back. So like right when we got off work until like 10, 11 or even midnight, we'd stay and just observe if we're not actually recording, or we'd be recording the whole time. So
Leo was putting in 12-hour days every day.
Yeah.
Insane.
He'd be done. He would still be mixing at the end of the
His
night.
stamina was outrageous. Like how he wasn't just hallucinating constantly.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I think he might have.
He might have. But yeah, so it was nuts. But we used pretty much everything we had. I bought a new computer and to make sure we could do it, and
and then we had the second week, like a month later, well, third, I suppose, that we did just straight up vocals, just me and Fernando's vocals, and we rewrote all of the lyrics that we already had, so it would fit more coherently and make sense more. And Leo's definitely in charge of that. We're like, let's go with whatever you want, but like we also want it to sound like us, you know? So that took another week.
That was a cool process. We all kind of got together and like, we all had access to the tracks. So like we opened up like an app, like a Google Doc or whatever. Yeah. We could all on the fly, like, try a lyric out. We'd all be as a group kind of rewrote these lyrics, and that was a really
which we haven't done. Usually me and Fernando just come prepared with our own things, and I liked having everybody's insight to how things should sound, you know?
I think that made the lyrics like it gave them an interesting depth or like fluidity between everybody. That was like, it made more of a story out of some of these lyrics, which was an experience I've never seen before. That was cool. I really enjoyed that. I like a lot of this record was done with like it always had Leo's direction, which was cool. It was really helpful to be like, we can point things this way, but it was such a behind that point, such a collaborative effort of like, what should this sound like? What should that sound like?
And if it's not good enough,
we're
not gonna take it.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a level of like accountability. Like, this has to be good. Let's make it good. And it's
to the next level.
Next level. Yeah. The new album, I don't want to say blows the old album out of the water because they're just different animals, but like there's a level of like this one's the new one's in its own realm. You know, there's a level of experimentation on this new album that's like
experimentation, care,
the whole thing is it's cool. This new one's got the Latin flair. It's got like some like trad rock and roll. It's got the most psychedelic stuff we've ever done. It's got just
some poppy stuff too.
Some poppy stuff. Yeah.
Some more space.
There's like probably our most traditional hip hop song in this one too. And it's cool. It's just
I can't wait to have that out. We're gonna be filming a music video or two here soon, so I can't wait to have those things out. Like this is gonna be a nice drop for us. I think I'm looking forward to it like immensely.
Sweet. So with that new project coming out, and you said you were looking at doing some music videos and some stuff like that. Can I get an exclusive when we're looking at a first single drop? Or do we have
We have
We could, we might.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
we have a song that will probably be the single and the big banger of the album.
Yeah.
Called La Raza. That's one of the Latin ones that we're looking forward to. We nothing is quite finished yet with the mixes and all that, so we'll see when it's like
all
ready to
dependent
go.
on when we get it back.
Right.
But if so, yes,
Yeah.
that will be like that. I think will be one of the singles. There's a lot of these songs need updated names. There's another song that has a working title right now. Choose Me. I think is possible another single option. Sort of like a full waterfall release type deal. I think was I could see Take It Slow. Like I would say, almost like hip hoppy one being a nice slow single.
Duality of
Mhm,
what we
exactly,
could do
yeah,
and
yeah.
then the mix of everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think
So-
that could be pretty good.
So those are sort of our three. So we're punching around on and for single wise and all that. But yeah. All in due time.
How many tracks do we got on this?
I think it's another eight. Ironically, you keep making albums that are 8 songs long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, works great for vinyl. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect length for vinyl.
Yeah, that's
but
great.
it's totally by accident.
I think it's probably a subconscious. It's like
Yeah, right.
you reach that limit and your body just knows. You're like, it's time to stop.
Yeah.
This will be good for the vinyl.
Truly, I can't imagine that recording week putting any more songs on that shit. Like that would have been insane. That would have been nuts.
It'd be detrimental to our health at that point.
Literally.
Do you
I think we
guys-
all got like sick after that week too, didn't we, or something like that? Like I think we were
I
all. Yeah. We all were like we ran ourselves hard. Like it was bad.
It's good though.
It was good. We'll do it again.
We'll do it again.
Do you guys have like a pool of like written songs, kind of like on the ready to like bring in to produce, or is it sort of just like we're like you said earlier, we're making these songs and they're gonna go on this record, and that's what like.
At the moment, I think it's more like that. We have a few ideas we're kicking
Yeah.
around now.
I think there's probably 3 songs that I've been thinking about bringing to the table, but I think we need some more times after the shows. We have every weekend in August we're playing a show.
Oh, nice.
And so we kind of need to just get done with that, and then we're gonna go back into writing mode and kind of edit those song ideas that we have. Because me and Fernando sometimes bring tracks from what we produce for our beats, because we make hip hop music and stuff like that. So sometimes we're like, hey, we like this little thing. Can we just expound on it? And that's usually what we do, and it doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
But to refine it is what takes the most time.
Yeah, it takes a long time to really work out the kinks and you see the parts we want to lay down, and you'll play a song for 6 months, and by the end of that 6 months, you're like, oh, we could be doing this the whole time. Let's move that around that way, So yeah, it's our writing. I feel like we all write pretty fast as far as I don't know. We were pretty good at getting the things in our heads out,
Yeah.
in that sense.
We're jamming a little more.
Yeah, we jam a little more. Yeah, Jams always produces a couple songs.
Nice.
'cause-
Yeah, we could just hey, let's just not do anything and just jam this practice, and we usually can come up with a song or two at least that we really like.
I think that makes us tighter musicians too. We can read off each other. So when we're doing live shows, it keeps us looser in a good way,
Yeah.
I think we played Save Me probably 20 different times.
Yeah,
20
totally.
different
Yeah,
shows.
yeah, absolutely.
Just ever so slightly different.
Yep.
I was gonna ask who sort of brings the core of the song in the group to build off of, or is it more of a full group sort of dynamic?
I think it's different each time.
Yeah.
There's some that are just everybody comes together and we jam, like we just said, or I bring or Fernando brings some sample and we're let's use something out of this sample, or even Tony comes in with a bass line. We're what can we do with this bass line?
Yeah.
Which is a little unorthodox, but I think that's freaking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
We brought it up earlier. He's got this Tom Scott he was playing with. How do we chop that lick and turn it into something fun? So it's even everything can have any lick can find a home. Type of deal.
Yeah.
If there's a rhythm, if there's a vibe or something, we want to try to get. There's always
Run with it. If you feel like it's good, just run with it.
Yeah.
So you got new project in the works. I'm assuming more touring is going to come with that then.
Absolutely.
But other than that, what is next? What is the what's the goal, the dream, right? Like, look at the Lavender Project in 2 years. What does it look like?
I think for me personally, there's a ton of back end stuff happening right now. So like, you know, I'm working on a website. I'm working on getting. We have merch coming soon. We have vinyl, a small run of vinyl coming soon. We'll have CDs coming soon. Working on new, like, all that merch stuff. We're working on a ton of back end things that I'm trying to get that done and ready. So I think in 2 years, the Lavender Project machine will look more fluid and easy. And
I think a key thing is being more established and having everything ready. And for our fans and for anybody who might be looking at us for label opportunities, we want to have all of our ducks in a row.
Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
we can kind of just leave it there.
Yeah.
You know, because we're kind of playing catch up all the time because we're making new stuff all of the time.
Yeah.
And then touring, which isn't getting as much money as anybody would think.
Yeah.
And then we just want like to just keep moving forward. And every year has been getting better. So I think we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's such a, I don't know, DIY thing. We've all done music for like a long time, right? Like at least I'm been playing for what Lavender's been 6 years old, 5 years old, something like
Been
that.
rapping
So
for like 8.
yeah, right. So it's like, and then you've been playing music forever. You've been playing music forever. Like we've all been doing that thing, but there's just elements of this no one teaches you the back end of band stuff and all of that, and
It really is. It's a business. I mean,
Just
treat it like a business. And it's,
our buddy Isaac always says, we're just a t-shirt company, really. Like having to like get that, because and also none of us want to like do that part. It sucks,
the
right?
worst
Like it's the worst part. So
Right.
it's like having that become its own thing, and like I don't have to like
pay somebody to do that. That's the goal.
yeah.
But now, it's just all us.
2 years, hopefully we'll have this next record out. We'll have it, hopefully by 2 years we'll have like another record on the way. We'll have every year. I want to get to a point where it's like we can do a few more shows and do them more comfortably and have it become like a thing that is like self-feeding and take the band starts to like bring back and take care of the people in the band and we'd have more fun on stage and do those shows, and that's, I don't know, the goal is in 2 years it all becomes just smoother and easier and we all just keep getting to have more fun and feeling fulfilled, and hopefully there's at some point, it's art so it probably won't, but at some point some financial kickback.
I know, Chris, you've been talking about going out to the East Coast.
Yeah, so like we went to West Coast, and I'm like, well, let's go to the other side, So probably next spring to summer, we'll probably go out there somewhere out there. But
I want to do Boston and Pittsburgh. I got friends out in Pittsburgh, and we know people out in Boston. So I mean, from there, who knows?
we just backtracked. That's how I did it when we went to Washington. It's just like pick somewhere out there, and we'll just make a plan to go back.
okay,
Yeah. Someone wants to buy us a new band van.
Yeah. Hey, anybody
Hit
else?
us up. We're looking for angel investors.
So I usually like to wrap these up with, and this might be a good time to talk about something like that, is I like an open microphone, open sort of anything you guys have to say or want to get out to anybody who might be watching or listening. Now is the time to engage in that.
I mean, for me, just a big thank you to everybody who's like listened and hung out, and we have, through all of the craziness about everything in the world and life and everything we've done and all that, like there's always so many people that are just so nice to me, like you know, express how much they love the music, and so anybody who's listening, it's like thank you.
Yeah,
that's
means
really cool.
The world.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to do it without those types of people. So it's like it means the world.
Yeah.
And also, I'd say if there's anybody out there who wants to play shows, we love to collaborate.
Yeah.
We got a lot of different genres, so I feel like we can fit on different bills.
Yeah.
Come on up, let's do something. Like let's keep the train rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. If you haven't listened to us yet, give us a shot. Find our Instagram so you can see Fernando, and it's hilarious. He's a good time.
He's a personality.
He's a personality.
Fernando opened for my band that we released an EP last year, and he opened up for us, and it was just such a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of fun.
Master of ceremonies.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if I want to say anything else, Ropotonto Ramanishi.
Yeah. That's a Fernando classic.
All right. Now, on that, where can people find you? I know you mentioned Instagram, but where else are you guys right now?
Facebook. That would be Instagram at the Lavender Project. We're hopefully getting some music videos out. So YouTube, the Lavender Project, run up them streams on Spotify and Apple Music, and
Yeah,
we're everywhere.
All major streaming spots. We'll have a website soon, so you can find us.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
With the Decibel House records.
Yeah. So I'm putting together. I have a label, air quotes, Decibel House Records. I'm slowly trying to make more of a official thing, but we're getting a website for that that'll have music you can find from Lavender Project on it, and all the merch and stuff, and show dates and the whole
pretty much a hub.
The whole thing. It's gonna be a hub. Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely a hub. So that should be up and running soon. Find us in Milwaukee in August. Oh, it's August 1st.
Yeah, check our socials. We'll have it more laid out there, but we're playing People Fest as well at the BMG.
Yeah.
That's going to be a super fun time. We have Pegasus and
Yeah.
Highlight
it's gonna be-
collaborating
yeah.
on our show. So
It's gonna be
it's going to be so
super
much
group
fun.
night. Yeah.
And also the Alternating Currents Fest, and that's in Davenport. That'll be a super fun time as well. But we'll be popping up all over the place as well afterwards.
Yeah.
So just check us out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tri-state area.
We'd be out there.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on today and talking with me, and great to learn more about the Lavender Project.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Thanks for coming up to the house. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys.